we're here in Monroe County, Iowa. It's my daughter's name, Monroe, so I like this county. We're right south of Albia, very well known deer hunting area, south central Iowa.
Yep.
High deer number area. So we're going to take you around the farm today, show you some of the spots. This place was we kind of custom farmed it. Got beans in every inch we could this year, so everything's really nice and prepped. You know, to start honing in on some development, you know, for next year. And yeah, in this place, it's big. It's 369 acres, but it feels even bigger. It's got 3 side access. You'd almost call it, you know, there's a lot of really good access from all directions. In each direction, you can access kind of like there's a tillable area.
It's like a quadrant.
Yeah, it's almost like quadrant, and the whole center of the farm kind of rolls in one big bottom, and it is just classic Iowa. Cedar thicket, hillsides, lots of younger growth timber.
The CRP's 6 foot tall. I mean, it's just got great cover.
Yeah, it is a beautiful farm. You can tell from the aerial. I mean, it's just a top-notch farm.
369 in Monroe County, Iowa. And I'm looking at the truck at the gate, 250 yards away maybe. So we're barely into the farm. We've got a fenced off section of beans that we're going to leave stand. We got a box blind that we're going to move over to here, put it on the green edge. And as you can see, we got lucky and caught a couple rains, and the turnips and radish are doing phenomenal. We actually had standing beans in this cove, and it's a little bit unorthodox, but we ripped them under to be able to have substantial tonnage of turnips. Normally you would broadcast them into the beans when they start turning yellow and then pray for rain. Most of the time it works out good, and you at least have the leafy tonnage for them to eat. Sometimes you don't get bulbs that way, but we wanted to make sure that we had really legitimate green here, and we decided to sacrifice some beans to do that. And it so far looks like it's been a crazy good spot. Grain to green, electric fence, super close to the truck. Starting to run cameras, and we actually talked about maybe coming out here and sitting in one of these box blinds and get some summertime footage, so you might see that later on.
Okay.
As well.
Alright guys, it's August 22nd, it's about 6 o'clock. It's about 74 degrees today. We had some cooler weather come in compared to what we've been having the Whitetail Creek Farm. So we're coming in to do some inspecting, some scouting, and hopefully film some bucks that step out for us tonight.
So this just kind of shows you the deer density on this farm is absolutely insane. This cove here is just, it looks like you went over here with a mower and just chopped off flat, and then those beans are a foot taller almost on the other side of that electric fence. Amazing deer population here.
The north end of the 369, the deer damage on the beans is just incredible. Very, very high volume of deer in this area. Turnip plot looks great. Again, we tilled under some beans just so we had a really good seed bed and could get a jump start on making sure that, you know, we had big leafy, big bulbs and stuff here to carry the graze pressure that this is going to take. And we've got some north access we're working on that would make it bulletproof. Come in that gate, slip right in here, be on this high spot. You can see a bunch of different parts of the farm from here.
Yeah,
a beautiful spot too.
This farm's so diverse. Like at the south end where we just were, you come up here, it literally feels like you're in a different state. I mean, and it does it like multiple times to the farm. It's a big farm, and it feels even bigger than it is. Yet it's pretty easy to hunt because of the access on every side. I mean, you just got this giant sanctuary, and you can really pull them off to the fringes. And so, you know, a lot of this, like year one, we custom farmed all this so that we can control these beans, and it's kind of, it's a long-term game. Can't come out here overnight and get everything exactly like you want. But phase one, you know, we get this thing in beans. We get these brassicas in here, so we got some diversity. These brassicas are really good to frost seed into. The beans are good to frost seed into. And but this year, my wife's got a late season tag. Toby's a resident. There's a guy named Lee that I think likes to shoot deer. So this is all CRP up above here, and the plan would be to frost seed some switch along this edge for egress along the back side. This is all clover already, just planting these brassicas. Really good little kill plot here, surrounded by gnarly cover. Transition of green to green, which would be broadleafed clover, treacle, thermals fall behind this, the hunting spot. Sick. All that is south facing cedar thickets. It's awesome, awesome.
And again, we've got east side access, so it's super close to the road. It's not a very long walk to get into here.
Yeah.
Low impact again, so you have to go deep into the farm.
Yeah, and this draw is so thick up in here, you could even just put a puff of switch around the box enough to get out, or miscanthus or whatever, and you could cut yourself a little egress go path out of there.
So we are on the northeast side of the farm.
Northeast.
And a lot of this has got CRP on this side, and we've actually got another entrance point. So you come in from the east. And I mowed a spider web of trails through all this CRP, and they all come together right there. And they all lead right here into this brand new turnip spot. And then we've got standing beans over there. We've got a box. We're going to bounce this box according to the season. If I start it up here early, hunt this gap, and then see how things develop. You can always scoop it up and then bring it over to the beans if you want to be closer.
Yeah, this is a great farm for boxes that are, you can move around. But yeah, we talked about popping that blind in there, and then you got great egress through these grasses any time of year. Bow hunting pinch for bow season, hunting this brassica plot, and then late muzzleloader you'd be able to, or gun season, you'd be able to blaze all those standing food, over there, and this top and all the way down. I mean, it's like these are like two sister fields that kind of look alike, and they go way down in there. Again, the cool thing about this farm is, like, when you're hunting, it's gonna be like, what's going on? All of a sudden, bloop! It's got like all the old school videos. Like, I remember watching hunts in Iowa late season, and it's always like this ridge field like this, and all of a sudden it's like, there's a buck, and it's like, yeah, it's like a 220. It definitely has the Iowa feel. Yeah, the fact that you can, we always say, like, the goal is to hunt as little of your farm as possible and hunt it effectively. This thing's 300 something acres. I guarantee you can kill, as things progress and these spots develop, I guarantee you can kill every deer on this farm from 3 different spots.
So we're wrapping up our tour of 369 in Monroe County. Plots look great. The standing bean areas that we've got fenced off are looking good. So plenty of tonnage here for late season. Very impressive farm, super high deer numbers. We've got a little bit to do here still, but some overseeding with some cereal grains, and we're going to add some more cameras and do some filming. But, this place is already pretty much set up for somebody to step in and hunt. Like, if you were looking for a farm here right before hunting season, you could buy this farm, or even we'd consider maybe selling a portion of it if it was the right fit for somebody. And by the time you put it on a contract and close, you're still going to have most of the season left. So it is available, might be available in some smaller pieces, but this is one you should take some time and look at. It's an impressive piece of ground.